Let's make dinner together. This is an impromptu video where I thought I would just grab the camera and take you along. I have been watching some reels lately about dinner ideas, and one of them has kind of inspired me to see what I have and use what I have to make that happen. So we are gonna make a taco bake. So I'm gonna take some ground beef and taco seasoning, some rotel and cheese, and I have a hot honey cornbread mix that I got from Aldi that we are going to mix with some corn and sour cream and bake that on top. Today is a day that I do not feel like cooking. I do not want to cook. It's actually just my husband and I here tonight. If you are new, my name is Brandy. We are a large family living in Central Texas. Most of my kids are adults. We currently have a couple of kiddos at home, specifically a senior in high school and my Evan, who is 10. We have some other adult kids that are staying with us while they are in school and getting their careers going. So we usually have about 4 to 6 people for dinner. But tonight it's just the two of us. We have gone out to eat so much the last few weeks. We've been doing a Wednesday night date night while our kids are at church. Brian and I took a break from Bible study to spend that time together. So that's been really nice. So we've had that weekly out to eat, which is not our normal. And then over the weekend, we went out to eat a couple of times just out of necessity. And so we don't really have any leftovers for lunches this week. And so I cooked a big roast last night that we actually ate the whole thing. So there's not really leftovers for us to eat tonight. So I figured, even though it's just the two of us, I normally would probably use 2 pounds of ground beef. So I'm just gonna use 1 pound of ground beef, and it'll be enough for Brian and I to have a nice dinner, and then we should have some leftovers as well. My 2 older kids that are at work tonight, Evan is here with us as well. So that is him playing in the background. So I thought I would just take you along. Let's hope this is a wonderful recipe. It sure sounds good to me. So thanks for hanging out with us. I'm so glad you're here. Let's get started. Before we get too far into today's video, I want to go ahead and thank Ready2 for sharing this magnesium with us. This is a caffeine-free option made with butterfly botanicals from Thailand, and those blend together and it makes this really beautiful bluish, purpley, I don't even know how to describe it. We're gonna show you the color. But if you have been around on our channel for any stretch of time, you know that Brian and I have not slept in years. Our kids with special needs have sleep issues, and so we have just had chronic sleep issues. And then my doctor always told me that sleep is like a bank. So your body gets used to not sleeping, and then it just becomes harder to get in that rhythm. And how it's like a bank is you have to keep adding to your sleep bank to feel better over time. And so for about the past year or two, we have been hearing that magnesium really helps calm your nervous system, and it's a great supplement that can be used for relaxation and helping you get to sleep. So we were really excited when Ready2 reached out to us, because this is something that we had been wanting to add to our routine. So for the past month, Brian, myself, and my daughter Esme have been taking this magnesium supplement in the evening. To me, it tastes like a fun mocktail because it's such a pretty color too. It also kind of gives those vibes of that you're drinking a fun, special cocktail. So what I have found with this is that the next day, we both look at each other and we are like, we slept good, we feel better. I think it does, it's not like a sleep aid that's gonna make you feel drowsy, but I do think that it definitely makes you feel relaxed. We all 3 have noticed that, and my daughter Esme has actually been very faithful to take this every single night. And so there has been one time that I mixed this with a sparkling water, and that was actually really delicious too. So if you're looking for something to help you just relax and calm down in the evening, if you're looking to add something to your routine, This is a very sweet, easy way to get magnesium into your diet and into your lifestyle. So we want to show you really quick how pretty it is and how easy it is to mix up. Definitely not an overly sweet taste. It's refreshing.
No, I think it's good.
Does it taste like a mocktail to you? I think if you added the sparkly water to it.
There you go.
So we usually just pour this and then head into our bedroom and wind down a little bit. He is going to be making all kinds of noise on the microphone. But this has been a really good addition to our evenings and definitely has helped us. So I have a coupon code down below. It's Brandy20, and we'll have the link down in our description, and you can go there and check it out. And definitely leave me a comment. I would love to hear what your experience has been, if this is something that you have tried or plan to try. I don't think they make it for dogs because he's definitely looking like he needs to wind down a little bit.
He sleeps fine.
Okay, so thank you to Ready2 for partnering with us on today's video. We are gonna go and get some rest. I'm clearing off my workspace, but I wanted to show you these beautiful loaves of bread that my husband made. So my husband has been the bread maker for years and years around here. I had started some sourdough probably when we moved to Waco 5 years ago, and a sourdough starter, and I could not get the dang thing to rise, and it frustrated me to no end. And so I showed my husband, who knew nothing of sourdough, this little video on Instagram. I think it was from Amber's Kitchen, and about how to start a sourdough starter. And he watched it and he looked at me like, this is so easy. So he did it, and it grew for him, and then it perked an interest, and so he started making bread. He doesn't post on it very often. I encourage him to do that, but he started an Instagram account called Bobo's Breads. I will link that down below. That would be so fun if y'all could go follow. I'll encourage him to keep posting on there. Bobo is his grandfather name. That is a long story, not for today. So I'm gonna move this bread, but we usually make, he's playing his Hot Wheel cars. I'll insert a little video I just posted of him. So my sweet Evan, he is our youngest. He has Down syndrome, and he loves to play with Hot Wheels and listen to music simultaneously. But he lays out his Hot Wheels in the most unique, creative ways. So he is always in the background. I always try to wear my mic, and most of y'all love hearing him in the background. He is so precious. So that's him playing. So I'm gonna clear this off. We usually make 2 loaves of bread a week, 1 artisan and 1 sandwich loaf. The artisan bread we usually eat for like toast in the mornings or crusty bread with dinner. The sandwich bread we use for sandwiches. This is the hot honey box of cornbread from Aldi. I actually haven't seen it there in a while. I bought this a couple months ago, so I don't know if this was like a seasonal thing. Oh, and I also set out a can of black beans, so I'm gonna add that to it. So we're gonna get our workspace cleared off and get going on this. I use this is on the counter. It made me think of it to show you we tried some of this matcha from Thrive Market. So my husband and I are not really usually on trend with things. And so, we've seen these green drinks at coffee shops and stuff. So when I was checking out, I bought this, and my daughter, who's a teenager, was like, oh, Mom, I'm so glad you got that. So we tried it for our little afternoon coffee. My husband works from home, and it was really good. I've been hearing about, this and stuff. So we had no context, but it was really good. I do have an affiliate link, but this is not sponsored. This is me just telling you. Okay. Y'all, I have so many sweet animal friends literally at my feet. I think if there was a camera back here, y'all would be cracking up. So I have a standard poodle named Coleman, who, if you are a longtime subscriber, know that he's always, whenever I turn the camera on, rushing me because he wants to be a part of this. And then we got a puppy. This is Elvis. He is a long-haired silky, oh, he's eating my microphone. Oh, good gravy. A long-haired, silky miniature dachshund. So between the two of them, video making with them underfoot is crazy. So we love Thrive Market. I make 1 or 2 orders a month. I try to make 1, but then I end up forgetting things. So we get most of our baking goods and things that we don't need to buy in a huge bulk like we would get from Azure Standard. But we get a lot of baking things, all of our toiletries, and most of our household cleaners there. So I will, that's Coleman. Coleman, go lay down. So I will put my link down below. If you have not tried Thrive Market, I suggest that you give it a shot. It has been such a blessing to our family. I'm just gonna add some oil to my cast iron pan and get this 1 pound of hamburger meat in here cooking. And I'm probably not gonna take the time to chop an onion, maybe throw in some minced onions. Actually, I think I may have one in the fridge. I'll see. If I have an onion that I need to use up, we'll use that up. But we buy our beef from a local farmer. We buy 1/4 of a cow at a time. So we have really enjoyed that. I do need to take some inventory. I think we're running low. But let's get this started. We had the busiest weekend, and I'm really looking forward, outside of Brian having to go pick up the kiddos at work, to an evening at home. We have been watching a couple of shows. We've been watching Little House on the Prairie long term. I highly recommend it. It's on Amazon Prime. Start from the beginning. We've watched it through before years ago, but start from the beginning. It's wonderful. You feel good at the end of it. We're often tearing up. It's funny, it's heartwarming, it's lovely. And then we have also been watching The Diplomat, and that's on Netflix. You got to get past the language, is pretty terrible. But it's a good show. We just finished the season that just released. So yeah, we're going to watch Little House tonight and have kind of a low-key night at home. Tell me down in the comments what shows you are currently watching right now. And then what also would be so helpful is telling me what is your favorite show, like, of all time. I don't know if y'all sometimes when you're looking for a show to watch can spend so much time scrolling. It's so frustrating. So yeah, I would love to compile a list of everybody's favorite shows. I recently had a post over on Instagram where I was talking about changes of motherhood and how sometimes that can be really hard. I'd walked by a big passenger van at church on a Wednesday night, and I was only walking in my 2 kiddos that were... Hold that thought, like I let this puppy out. Okay, I had only had my 2 kiddos to walk in that time, and we have had a few big passenger vans. When I had all 10 kiddos at home, you know, we had to drive a big passenger van, and our son Ezra had a wheelchair and all his equipment, and so we just really, outside of just having a lot of us, always had to have a big car, and then his nurse would travel with us. So when I walked past that van, I got kind of teary-eyed, like choked up, honestly, like thinking about how different my life was, see, it makes me tear up now, how so many things had changed. And then I looked at, you know, Esme was just smiling at me. We were just chatting. Brian was pushing Evan. He has he has no physical limitations, but we use a transport chair when we're walking places like that for him. Just makes it easier when he's not wanting to walk. But anyways, so we were just walking, and when I got in the car, I was kind of quiet, and just thinking through, like, it was definitely bittersweet, but I felt really sad. And then, you know, over the course of the next few days, as I was just having my time with the Lord and, you know, kind of unpacking those feelings, you know, the Lord so quickly reminded me of the joys of adult children. Like, we just had another daughter get married. My oldest daughter, Emma, just celebrated her 5-year wedding anniversary. We have 4 grandkids. Like, now that my daughters are also wives and mothers, it's just a beautiful, it's a different kind of relationship. You know, when they were little, they needed me in different ways than they need me now. And so our relationship has just blossomed and changed. And it's okay to be bittersweet, but I don't need to mourn change. Like, change is good and beautiful, and that, you know, a lot of times you dread your kids growing up or going off to college, and so you spend so much time missing what used to be that you don't notice what is right in front of you. And so it has been kind of life-changing for me, because this last few weeks since that day, I have had that spirit of, I am so thankful for this. Like, I kept my grandson this weekend while they celebrated their anniversary, and I'm like, if Emma wasn't an adult, if she was still in that passenger van, I wouldn't have the joy of celebrating her marriage accomplishment of 5 years and having this grandbaby here. And so it's just been good. So that's a reminder, ladies, like, be thankful for where you are, the season of life. There is goodness in it. And so it's okay to, like, remember and reminisce and that be bittersweet, but don't stay there. Don't live there in your mind. Like, there is such goodness in today. So I'm reminding myself of that. And my Evan, because he has Down syndrome, you know, we linger in development phases for a lot longer. So it's just really sweet that my baby, my youngest, you know, is gonna play with cars for a long time. You know, we're gonna kind of park here in childhood for a while. You know, he definitely is maturing and growing up and learning, of course, but it's one blessing of Down syndrome is just the slowness of it makes you slow down, and it's just so sweet. Okay, so this is ground. I have found with this farm raised beef that there's just a teeny bit of grease, not enough that I feel like we need to drain. Okay, so I'm going to turn that down. We're gonna drain these beans. That will stretch it. My kids all hate beans, but I mean, forced fun, right? I put them in there anyways. We love beans, and it's just more protein and definitely can stretch your meat. So we're gonna add this, drain this, add it, and then also add this can of Rotel. So today was also grocery day. I used to do once a month big shops. We're just, like I said, things are changing. We're in a different season of life. So we have been doing weekly grocery shopping. Got all my produce lined up here. I thought I'd show you a few things quick. That's Evan tapping his cars. Sorry. This is the sign language for sorry. Okay, so if you put your strawberries in a jar, you don't rinse them or anything. I heard this from Fallon at Moss Family Kitchen. They legit last almost a solid week. I need to find the lid for this one, but this is 2 pounds of strawberries, and it will stay fresh like this in the fridge the whole week. But I wanted to show you, this is one of those Thrive Market finds. This is a fruit and veggie wash. It's made with apple cider vinegar. So I earlier sprayed the grapes with this. So I'm just gonna rinse them off. And then I have this container. I actually take them off the stem, get them totally ready to just eat. And we have found that these go by like that. I'm actually buying like 3 huge bags of grapes just for the 5 of us. Okay, so while I'm here, I'm just gonna rinse these. I'm not gonna take time to pull these off the stem, but we're gonna get these rinsed. I've recently started canning a little bit, and I'd always done water bath canning, but wanted to do a few things like broths and some things like that. So I bought an electric canner, and these black beans made me think of it. One thing I've wanted to do at Azure Standard is buy, I'm just gonna drain it right here in the can, some beans and get those cooked and canned, because I really would like to have organic beans available, and then keep some of them dry on the shelf, you know, so they'll be shelf stable too. I'm adding a can of Rotel that's not been drained, and that whole can of black beans. Okay, so I'm gonna get this all stirred up, and then we're gonna sprinkle on some taco seasoning. Maybe like a packet's worth. I buy it in bulk at Sam's, so I don't actually know. Okay, fun fact. My husband and I are very different. He's walking in, he can give input. Very different in the kitchen. I'm kind of a free-spirited hot mess. Everything is kind of thrown everywhere, and it drives him.
Hot mess.
It drives him crazy. And it drives me crazy when he cooks, because it takes forever because he cleans up as he goes. So we're making this up as we go, and we're just chatting. So this, I hope that's enough taco seasoning. I think we're gonna add a little bit more.
Yeah. Add some more.
Can you get out our paint, our like 9x13, and spray it for me? I was telling them how much our kids love beans, so they're gonna be so thankful
So do you want the small 9x13?
No, well, it's this cornbread. What do you think? This is only a pound.
Yeah.
The small one. Maybe not. So I just turned this back on. We're gonna let this cook for a second and let all those flavors get together. While this is cooking, we will mix up our cornbread here. And for my husband's sake, clean up a little bit, right? I showed them your bread and told them about Bobo's breads. So fun. So, quick side note. If you are a subscriber, okay, the dogs have been eating my tripod here and bumping it. If you are a subscriber, we appreciate you. If you've been around a long time, thank you. We are so glad that you're here. Like what I shared a little bit ago about things changing, and that's just the truth in our life. Our life looks different. We don't have as many kids at home. We are, you know, of course we're still homeschooling. We still live on land. We still are a large family. I'm still a large family mom. But our content just looks different, because I'm not going to the store and buying $1,500 worth of food at the beginning of the month because I don't have 5 teenage boys at home anymore. I think one reason our channel initially grew exponentially, like so much at the beginning, was because of our grocery hauls, honestly. Grocery hauls are a thing here on YouTube. I admit it, I like to watch them. I go through seasons where I do watch more of them than not, and when I was doing large family grocery hauls, I absolutely watched them to just get ideas and tricks and trying to figure out how to save money and stuff. So our content is changing. We are not changing. Our content is changing a little bit. So if you are a longtime follower, we ask that, and you like us, beyond grocery hauls, we ask that you stick around. We would love it. We are going to do cooking, days in the life, gardening, things like that outside, small homestead type things. I am in my late 40s, and the content that I like to watch are things like I just shared with you, but also lifestyle things about clothing hauls for women my age that still want to look cute, but look age appropriate. I love content that's like things that I'm loving, things that I bought on Amazon. So we are not gonna completely be that, like where that's all that we're sharing. We're still gonna share some of the same things. But we wanna add those things in because we enjoy that and we feel like there is an audience for that too. So if you are a longtime subscriber, we wanted to just tell you that's what's going on. The YouTube algorithm, because we were grocery haul would have lots of views, grocery haul would have lots of views, and then we stopped doing grocery hauls. That has really hurt us in terms of when we push new content out, like when I share a clothing haul, you know, my subscribers may not be interested in that. So then YouTube stops pushing it because the people that are watching the video are clicking off because it's not what they're used to from me. So I just wanted to take a minute and tell you this is what's going on. There's still going to be things like we're doing today, Chatty, day in the life, cooking, homestead, things like that. So I just wanted to tell you. And if you're new here and clicked on this vlog and have enjoyed it, I ask you to hit that subscribe button. That would mean so much to us. This is becoming more than a hobby to us. That's what we want. Like, we want to share our lives. We want to share about the goodness of the Lord. We want to grow this into a business also that would bless our family. And please do me a favor. I need to retrain the YouTube algorithm that this is me, this is what we're doing, this is what we're about. So it would help me tremendously if you would subscribe. And if I can have a few videos that get past the 3, like we're stuck now, like we used to be stuck in the 1,000 views and now we're down to like 300. And we're just trusting the Lord. We have prayed about this. We feel a peace moving forward. So we're not getting emotional with subscriber count and views. But it is hard, y'all. It's hard to put effort into something and then feel like, okay, well, nobody watched that. So if you're here, thank you. We would love to talk with you down in the comments. We've had longtime followers that we feel like we know. Like they comment on videos and have for years and know our story. We have quite a story to tell. Really briefly, we have had some tragedy. Our 8-year-old son died a few years ago unexpectedly, our sweet Ezra Luke. And then we had a house fire. So we've had YouTube friends that have walked through us with those and are now at the point where they've heard us say time and time again, God is good, He is faithful. So anyways, we need to get back to dinner, but I just wanted to stop and say thank you for being here. It means a lot to us. Okay, that's pretty hot. And we're just gonna try to do it this way and not make a huge mess. This smells like it's gonna be pretty darn good. I'm also so hungry. So talk to me, ladies, about hunger in perimenopause. Like I am really going through this and really annoyed at the whole process. I have really debilitating hot flashes, which it's not that I didn't believe they were a thing before, but honestly, like, didn't give it much credit or thought. Kind of thought women were being dramatic. I know, right? But now that that I'm experiencing it, from what I've read online, I actually have them in an extreme way because I'm having multiple ones an hour. They can make me stop what I'm doing. I have a porch decorating business with my daughter, and we were doing a porch, and I was so overheated that I actually had visible sweat on my shirt, but I still had to post this video because for our social media showing us decorating the porch. And I was so mortified. I'm like, okay, this is becoming a thing for me. So tell me down in the comments if you experience that, if you've taken any supplements or found anything helpful. Have y'all seen that woman on Instagram that's gone viral? She is so hilarious with the cheese. Oh, he asked for cheese and I forgot. Hold on. Okay, the We Do Not Care Club or whatever, where she's like, reads a list on her notebook of things that women in perimenopause and menopause no longer care about. It absolutely cracks me up. So relatable and so funny. I'm so thankful that she has given a voice to what I'm feeling and that so many women comment. I mean, literally, she has millions of followers. Rightly so. Okay. So I just put a can of diced green chilies. I think this is 4 ounces. Yep. And cheese. Okay, so we do not buy shredded cheese because of all the things that we've heard are in it, like sawdust, weird stuff. I don't know. So no judgment here, but I'm going to use this because I am too lazy to get out my shredder. So there's some cheese, a layer of cheese that'll melt up. Nobody will ever know. Okay, side note, Brian got me these for my birthday a couple years ago, these Mason Cash stacking mixing bowls, and they are so pretty and so great. They are on sale at Wayfair. Wayfair is having their, I don't know, Way Days sale. Okay, this is cornbread. It's kind of orange because remember it's hot honey. So I'm going to make it according to the package, and then we're going to also spoon in some sour cream. Tell me down in the comments where you are from and if the prices of groceries where you are just going up and up. Our chickens have stopped laying like they used to, so it's kind of frustrating because I need to start buying eggs soon if they don't pick up again. Speaking of grocery hauls, I found this butter from our Tribe of Minis mini grocery hauls. She uses as your standard also, and so she had talked a lot about this butter, this Mother's Choice. So I will put my Azure Standard link down below. They deliver to a lot of places in the United States, and I buy 1 case of these about every 3 months. We're going to need to get one in November for sure. Okay, so we're adding 3/4 a cup of water and the 6 tablespoons of butter. Okay, let's get this stirred up. I have loved these wooden kitchen utensils here. They came in a big spatulas?
No, they're
Spurtles. He's trying to tell me. I don't know if that's true or he's leading me astray, but I actually saw them from Christine's notebook, her cooking channel, and bought them off of a link that she had suggested, and they're definitely going to be in my favorite Amazon finds for the last few months. I'm working on that video right now. Okay, so we're going to put this directly. Oh, I'm a liar. We said we were going to add sour cream. Let's do it. And if you have not tried Nancy's probiotic sour cream, it is so good. My husband absolutely loves this. I get him 2 of these from Azure Standard every month. They're a little bit pricey, but totally worth it. So I'm just going to add a couple of heaping tablespoons in here. Okay. Okay, so we're going to pour this on top. October is Down Syndrome Awareness Month. And one thing about our Evan is that he has a lot of food aversions. We work with a dietitian to make sure all of his nutritional needs are met, but he truly eats just a handful of items and then has sort of complete nutrition through a protein shake. But he does eat berries and grapes and cheese, pureed fruits, and loves yogurt. So he requires that we buy a lot of fresh produce. That's not really something I can stock up on. So we, like I mentioned earlier, have gotten a lot of grapes. And lately, grapes have been really good. Haven't you thought that? Yeah. So tonight, he is having grapes. He just had some cheese. He will have a little bit of yogurt and Cheerios. And then I have a applesauce zucchini pouch that he's been loving. And then he takes, the dietitian helped me choose a multivitamin for him and things like that to help make sure. But some people with that can be common for them to have sensory issues related to food. We've spent a lot of years with our speech therapist working specifically on feeding. So one day we hope he will eat a chicken nugget and all the pizza and all the fun things because we know he will like it, right? There's nothing sexier than a man washing dishes, huh? Huh, ladies?
You think?
Okay, not quite. Elvis! Elvis! Oh, you're so cute. You're so cute. Elvis! Look at his little face. And then here's Sweet Coleman. So handsome, Coleman. The size difference, I don't know if I'll get to show you that. It's so hilarious to me. They're just so different. Well, that's in the oven. We have not had rain here for months, actually. And we had really bad storms. I gotta watch for Elvis because he's like he is a sneaker. He sneaks out. We had so much rain this weekend, like terrible storms. We lost power. So I wanted to take you out here and show you some of the trees that we lost. Also, I'm looking down because we have had 2 diamond, I think they're called diamond head rattlesnakes. Woo! On our front porch. And so y'all know I am not about to have one of those touch me. Okay. We've got all our barn kitties out here. All right. So this is a Bradford pear. Let me turn the camera around. We have this circle driveway that, y'all, we have just never touched. It's kind of a eyesore. But in the center was this beautiful Bradford pear, and y'all know in the spring it blooms. So the whole, so we lost this whole side I'm about to show you. But this whole thing would just be full of purple blooms in the spring. So that's kind of disheartening. But I'm going to show you over here. Look at that, y'all. This is rock, so it's not fun. But I'm going to walk over here so you can see how huge this is. Look at this. It's like a whole tree by itself. Just came off from right there. Okay, here's Mr. Darcy. They're all named after Jane Austen. Here's Jane. There's Mr. Bennett. I guess it's dinner time. They ate all the snakes except the scary ones, right? They're little, and this is Austin here. So we're just missing Pemberley. Our breezeway is kind of a hot mess, but here's some of our pumpkins for our next porch project. They are here waiting for some food. I'm working with a company on a greenhouse, so that is super fun. They've been so patient with me. I literally have had this, I'm embarrassed to say how long, and I have not posted the content, and they have been so gracious and so thoughtful. We've had a lot going on. So when I post this video and y'all are looking for a greenhouse, you really should consider them because we want to support people that are just precious. Okay, and here is Pimberly. Pimberly has kind of the orange in her coat. Pimber. Hey. Hey, Pimberly. And then Austin is more of the kind of neutrals. So these are our 5 outdoor kitties. They have all been fixed, so no more babies. These were the 2 mamas, and we didn't know when we got the mamas as barn kitties, they were pregnant. So I don't know who, because we had 2 litters at the same time. So we found homes for all the other kitties and ended up keeping 5, thinking that that would be a good number to help with rodents and snakes. Another fun story with these 2 girls, these 2 mamas, Austin and Pimberly. They gave birth the night of our house fire. So before the fire happened at dinner time, and they gave birth, and they're outdoor kitties, but we have so many coyotes, like coyotes that literally line our fence at different portions of the day. That's why we have our Great Pyrenees. They're working dogs. So I just was worried about keeping them outside, even on our porch with all those babies. So I had moved them, thankfully, into our mother-in-law suite, which was not affected by the fire. That's actually where we ended up living while we did our remodel. But they gave birth, and both gave birth almost immediately with each other. It was weird. And then the night of the fire, you know, we're scrambling, trying to get places for all of us to spend the night. And I was like, of course, Lord, you have such a sense of humor that you are going to add all of these kittens to this mix. But it actually was a sweet distraction, and we were able to put them outside pretty quickly within a matter of a week. Kind of got them a good shelter in the barn, and it all worked out. But we love them so much. They are always around, always underfoot, get along well with the dogs. Just so precious. Oh, okay, acorns. So, I mean, literally everything is just a mess. There are branches everywhere. This tree is just, I mean, I can't even do it justice. It's just so huge. So we lost, look at my front porch, y'all. This is so much work. I do have these little containers over here. Don't look like they were trampled. I've got my jalapeno plant is still producing. Thankful for that. I've got some basil, and this was a bell pepper, but I think I just picked 5 red peppers off of it. I'm not sure that it will continue to produce. And then I've got this last cherry tomato plant, and these we just kind of pick off as we walk by. It's not really enough to do anything, but we still have some things hanging on. This is really beautiful. My mind's going blank. Y'all, I know what this is. Coleus, thank you. Coleus that I started from seed from Botanical Interests. I partner with them, and their seeds are just phenomenal. I will put the link to this down below if you're looking for some foliage that is just colorful. And I keep cutting this back, and it just keeps regrowing little stems on the side. And it's definitely a favorite. I have already ordered many packages that I'm going to start in that greenhouse, winter sowing. And then this is one of my favorites, this Celosia. We use this in my daughter's, her wedding weekend, and it is actually almost invasive. So I have been collecting this seed. I will link that one down below. And then I also have this kind of lighter pink. You know, now the blooms are fading. You can see the seeds falling, or hear them falling off. My echinacea needs to be cut back. But yeah, it is a mess. It overwhelms me to even think about coming out here. But my Greenstalk is so pretty. They discontinued this, I think it was called Cherry Blossom, this light pink. And I got this for Mother's Day this year. It was my first Greenstalk, and I am so impressed because with the heat and the drought that we've had, all of this is still living. And then this is a new one. They just gifted me this one not too long ago, and I have just started some fall things in here. I've got some fennel and some chives and some nasturtium, and then I did some salad throughout. That should start sprouting. So if you've not tried a Greenstalk, these are absolutely fantastic gifts for anybody that loves gardening, or even if you have like a college-age kiddo that lives in an apartment. They can literally garden. They can grow vegetables on their porch. I just can't say enough good things about it. I have a coupon code too. I will put that down below, but y'all, look at my mess. I mean, my pumpkins are cute though, so at least there's that. I am rethinking loving having a tree that does acorns, but it is just so pretty. Here's our Ezra's wind chimes. So sweet. Okay, let's go check our dinner. Did you spray this?
Yeah, I oiled it down. I didn't spray it.
Okay guys, moment of truth. We're gonna taste test our creation here. I need to get more of the cornbread.
Cornbread.
It is hot. Very good. It is very similar to that crock pot one I did years ago. I like it, y'all. I'll try to type up down in the description box what we did if I can remember right. But definitely easy.
Looks like it needs
filling.
more cheese. Not enough cheese. Always a critic.
Okay, taste it.
Oh, another fork.
Worth it. Beans and all. This will be good for lunch for the next couple days.
Oh. Oh, it's hot all the way down. That's good. Very good.
Very good. Okay guys, thanks for hanging out with us. We'll see you real soon in another video. Bye-bye.